Hey, welcome back to Klep's Garage. I'm your host, Bruce, and this is my son, Ted.
How's it going?
Today we're going to talk about GM clamshell wagons. You know, back in the day when I was a kid, they had a reunion for these things. About every year at the local fairgrounds, they'd have a smash 'em up demo derby. And these wagons just went by the wayside and just kept getting smashed. Ted here had an idea.
Today we're not going to do that. Today we're going to have the first GM Wagon reunion in the world. What we're going to do, I had this idea back in the first of this year in January of 2021, get a bunch of clamshell wagons together and see if we get about 10 to 20 that are survivors. Not demolition derby cars, but survivors. And we'll just come into Greenville, Ohio, and we'll do like a little meet and greet and have a picnic, and you can sit there with your car and talk about it and show everybody how the clamshell tailgate assembly works. So I put it out to the group here the first of the year and asked them if they wanted to do it, and they said that sounds like a great idea. Go ahead and do it. So today is Saturday, July 24th, 2021, and we're going to have a clamshell reunion. So hope to have a good turnout. I'm expecting about 15 clamshell wagons to show up, and there might be a couple other cars there that are non-clamshell related, but we'll take you along and we're going to show you how the reunion goes.
Well, that sounds like fun. Let's go have a look.
Alrighty.
Okay, we're here at the first ever GM Station Wagon Clamshell Wagon Reunion, featuring 1971 this year. Got two of them pulled in already, got more coming. And here's some of the rest of them. We'll run down and look at these. We've even got a mascot with us today. Just a small dog. He's only, I think, 18 months old. Just a little dog. He's a big sweetie.
It's really good show.
Yeah, you're a big drool buddy, ain't you?
Oh, I've got, he doesn't like to stand up.
Nice Chevy, Buick, Olds, Pontiac, 276 Chevy, square headlights, hard to find. 74 Chevy, 76 square headlight Pontiac, 76 square headlight Buick, another Chevy. Just some of the stuff here today. Gonna be a good day for wagons. Save the whales. We even got a couple wannabes here today. Friend Joel here, he wanted to have a clamshell so bad he turned his Ford wagon into a clamshell wagon. There you have it, the clamshell wagon. Nice Ford though, even though it's a Ford. That Imperial's a nice one too. We'll show you the inside of that one. '68 Crown. So the year was 1971. GM come out with the full-size station wagons. They had Olds, Chevy, Buick, and Pontiac all came out with the same body style, where the glide-away tailgate disappeared down in the bottom and the glass goes up in the top. This one here belongs to Ted. He's got it decked out here for the 70s. Nice wagon, coming from Washington State. And we got another 71 beside it. So this other 71's nice clean wagon, really clean. Got a couple options on it that's rare. It's got the rear window defog. Actually had electric wires in the window to defog the rear window. This one's got climate control. Doesn't have power windows, but about power everything else. It's got the clearance lights and your turning lights. Got the fancy hubcaps. Both these Oldsmobiles have the fancy hubcaps on them. The Custom Cruiser, the land barge. Hey, so we're here with Phil and Eric the Dane. How'd that go again? Who's he?
Yeah, there's an actor named Eric Dane, and so this is Eric the Dane.
Eric the Dane. He's a big Swede, eh? Anyhow, Phil's here. He's going to tell us about his car, where he's from. Get in a little closer.
Alrighty, I'm from Indianapolis, and I bought this car last October to be a parts car for another car I was going to restore. It had no engine or transmission, and once I got it home, I realized it was way too nice to part out, and my mechanic happened to have a spare engine back in the corner of his garage. So we put the engine in this, and I sold off the other car that I was going to restore. It's been on the road now for about 2-3 months, and drove over about 90 miles this morning. Ran great.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll feature the front of his car, and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so we're here with Jerry, right?
Josh.
Josh.
Yeah.
Where'd I get Jerry at?
I don't know.
Jerry's
Let's try this again. I'm here with Josh. He's from Wisconsin. He's going to tell you about his car, and he's got a slightly modified.
Yeah. So we got a original 454 block, aluminum heads, electronic fuel injection, and everything else is kind of customized, I guess you'd say.
So this car originally came with a 454?
Original 454 car, yeah.
So he's made a throttle body injection out of it,
Yep.
and niced it up. It looks really good in here.
Yeah.
How many miles was it for you here?
420, 422.
So, no problems, I'm guessing?
No.
Just cruise right along?
Cruise right along.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Yeah, you bet. Settings, you know, for more horsepower and...
Yeah, more horsepower is good.
Yeah. I haven't messed with that stuff yet. And I put a
It's a
oil pressure gauge.
Fire it up, Josh.
Start it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Has a rear defrost.
Is it working?
It blows air on the rear window.
Yeah, it's working.
Gentle puff of air. Gives a gentle puff of air on the back window. You could roll your window up, but no, we have a fan just for that.
You know, you can't work with these guys.
I know, it's terrible. So we're here with Norm. Norm, you are from Lansing, Michigan.
Yep.
He bought a 71 Olds, and he tried to get one that Ted actually bought. The one that Ted bought, he was looking at. I'm gonna let him tell you the story.
All right. Well, when I was a kid growing up, we had a 71 Custom Cruiser. We drove all over the place, so I always have had a soft spot for custom cruisers. And so over the years, I've been watching for one. I saw one come up on Craigslist out, I think, in Oregon, and it was white. had a CB antenna sticking out of the roof, and I was thinking about buying it and talking to my wife, and then the sale went away. So that one got away. So I'm watching YouTube, and there's this guy that's got some YouTube channel, and he and his dad are talking about some car they got.
Clep's Garage.
And someone's putting in a plug now. So anyway, they got
plug.
these drone videos of this car show. I'm going, hey, that's that one I was looking at a couple months ago. So I knew where that one wound up. Well, in the meantime, in the clamshell group on Facebook, there was a 71 that came up for a very reasonable price and just as quickly disappeared. And it was the same color as the one my dad had when we were growing up. I really wanted the car, but by the time I got a hold of the guy, he wasn't even returning messages. So a little while later, John Pontiac, who's in the group, put it on the clamshell group Facebook page and said it was for sale. And I said I'd take it and told him I'd pay his full price. But by that time, he had some guy from Germany who was going to take the car to Germany, and I was pretty crestfallen about that. But I told John, you know, if your deal in Germany falls through, let me know. Turns out that under German law, if you import a car 71 or newer, it has to have amber rear turn signals. And the guy in Germany did not want to put amber turn signals on this car, so he backed out of the deal, and I bought it. So now it's sitting here in Ohio instead of Munich or someplace like that.
Well, I'm glad you saved it. It's a really, really nice piece. This one's got the climate control. It's got rear window defog, which is rare for a 71, super rare. It's got all the toys on it. Yeah, just nice piece. Goes real well with the 71 that he tried to buy that Ted got. And so we're glad they're both here today. It's also got the cornering lights too. This is a rare option. So when you turn your turn signal on, you can see to get around the corner.
Yeah, here.
You gonna have your headlights on to do that?
Yeah.
So you can see to drive around the corner, so you don't hit a bunny rabbit. Also, both these cars have got the fancy hubcaps on them too. Deluxe.
Yeah, here's how we spent the winter.
Oh, lights on. Ooh, oh my, little detail work. Rebuild the motor or just
Just we replaced the timing chain, put a new oil pump in, took all the nylon teeth out of the oil pan from the original timing chain because we know how that works.
Yeah.
New water pump, gave it a paint job and a good clean. But it was a great running motor before. It runs great now, so we didn't see any point in messing with that.
You gotta take it out to do all that? Or
Yeah, we pulled the motor, detailed the engine bay. I spent a lot of time in here. I can tell you how to the best way of climbing in and out.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Hood off or on?
Hood off.
Okay,
Oh,
that
yeah.
makes it easier.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time scrubbing the firewall. We put new evaporator in for the AC, new compressor, all new lines, modern condenser, POA valve eliminator, and we're just now getting it working right. We added cruise control, and that was nice to have coming down here. So
How many miles did you drive it down here?
190.
190.
Our house is exactly 190 miles straight north of this spot.
So, like I always say, drive them if you got them, and these are excellent road cars. The cars in the 70s are excellent.
Incoming.
They're shooting at us. Why are they shooting at us? Duck and cover. Anyhow, yeah, so excellent interstate cars.
And we did not take the interstate. We brought this in the Imperial down and took the two-laners through all the little small towns between here and Lansing. And it was just a real pleasant evening last night driving down. That's part of the adventure, is going out and seeing the scenery and enjoying the countryside.
Yeah, the destination is not usually always the fun thing. It's how you get there. Pan over there and show you his Imperial. So what's the story on the Imperial?
Well, you know, my dad had a 71 custom cruiser when I was growing up. My grandfather, who was an executive for Duke Power in North Carolina, had a 68 Imperial. So, you know, I think a lot of the old car hobby is replicating your childhood. My dad had a Corvair. I've got a couple Corvairs. So the Imperial was something I always wanted, and I picked that up. And It's been a steady project, gradually improving it. It got painted last fall, and it's going to the Eyes on Design Concours in Detroit this fall.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of a nice piece to drive around with the custom cruiser, because I can really draw the demolition derby guys out of the woods, because between the two of them, I'm probably a marked man. They want both of my cars.
Yes, he has saved 2 from the demo. Saved them. And also, when you drive these in pairs, it makes a really neat wake behind it. Yeah.
You know, the ground starts to kind of do this.
All right, well, we'll move on to the next one.
Awesome.
All right, we're here with Jerry, and he's from Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago suburbs.
He's going to talk about his wagon and all these nice stickers that's on here.
All right, so this was a 76 Caprice. One owner car actually, and the guy actually kept it running and driving. I just kind of took the old stickers off and replaced them with some period correct stickers, and drove this thing 5 hours. So pretty excited to be here.
Jerry likes this wagon so well, he even camps in the back of it. He slept last night in Walmart or somewhere?
Walmart parking lot.
We
Camped right in the back.
We invited him out to our house, but he wanted to sleep at Walmart. Can you believe that?
I had to do it for the story.
And then follow us up front. We got some really neat stickers up here. So tell us what's going on with this. Check these out.
So the guy that I bought this car new told me he drove it from Indiana to Mexico, and that was the story behind these stickers. I don't really know what they mean. I don't know if they're registration or if it's an event that was taking place in Mexico that he went to, but I thought it was kind of cool, so I just kind of left them there, and
oh yeah,
it's part of the story.
They're only original once. And you say these are from Mexico?
They're from Mexico. I'm not
thinking
really sure what they say.
Maybe this was like a car that ran things back and forth.
Yeah, maybe a little drug smuggling.
There might have been a little illegal activity, and this here made it legal. I don't know this, but we're speculating. But it's really cool. It's really cool to see this stuff on there. And this is an original wagon, and they're only original once, so we'll back out and show you the front end of this thing.
Another weird thing over here, if you get this front fender shot, I'm not really sure what's up with the lights here, but I just left those on there. A lot of times you'll see in bigger cities, you'll see this key switch here. This is an old school alarm system that they had put on these cars, and I've had a couple of these old big body cars that have had these.
Yeah, so they used to do this back in the day. You had to get out and turn your alarm on with a key. A lot of times it was closer to the door, but that's really neat.
So yeah, happy to be here, making clamshell history.
Clamshell history, first ever.
It's got to be the most clamshells in one spot in the last, 40 plus years?
Yeah, unless you go to the coast where the seashells are at.
Yeah.
Coast, I think there's a lot of clamshells there. I'm not sure if it's on the East Coast or the West Coast. I don't know. All right, cut.
Cool.
We'll get you on YouTube.
Good job.
We're rolling now? He says we're rolling.
We're rolling.
Hey, I'm here with Dave Smith.
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where are you from?
I'm from Selma, Indiana.
Selma, Indiana. There was a big auction over there a couple years back, an old gas station. Remember that?
Yep, I do.
Anyhow, he's here with his 72, right?
Yep.
72 Chevy Wagon. He's going to tell you a little bit about it.
I've been chasing this car for years, trying to get this wagon, and luckily I ended up getting the car, and then ever since I've had it, I've been driving the wheels off of it. Drive it to and from work on a daily. We take it fishing. This morning we was unpiling about 7 fishing poles and 3 tackle boxes, and we just enjoy it. We eat ice cream in the back seat, haul the dogs in it, and
he's got the 9-passenger. How many kids you show up with today?
I got 3 kids, but I have 4 kids altogether.
Yeah, I mean they kept piling out. It was like like how many people can you get in a wagon? So.
We tow a trailer with it if we need to. We do whatever we gotta, anything and everything.
So he demos on the side.
I do, yeah.
And a lot of the guys used to demo these. They still do if they find a rough one. But we've converted them over to the dark side of keeping them now.
I like my drivers. I got this wagon. I have a 76 Impala 2-door. They're known as the Glass House. I like driving it. But I prefer to drive the wagon.
So he's going to show you on this one. This one has a non-power tailgate. This would be a power delete.
Yes, sir.
So this is how this one works.
It has a handle. It's kind of opposite. You just stick your fingers in there, and this one's a little. You just pull it up, and when here's your twist. You twist it, bring it back down. The window, you can still work with the key or on the dash. As far as the tailgate, you have to do everything back here.
And the window slides from the roof, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, window slides down.
Slides down.
So this is also kind of a safety feature because the tailgates will not operate on the electric ones unless you're in park or neutral, and only from up there or with the key. So this one, there's no way to open this one unless you're out here, and the window has to be up just a little bit for this to work.
Correct.
So I don't know if it was more of a safety feature more than an electric feature. I'm not sure, but that's the way this one works.
Yep, it's got a 400 small block that runs like a champ. Uses a little bit of oil, but hey, it's a 72. I did that.
Means business there.
He's talking business.
I've had a driver big car for ever since I started driving. I'm old school. I carry my funnel with me. That way it oils that
extra
core
fluid.
support,
Yeah.
brake fluid, which usually brake fluid's pretty good. I've got a new windshield wiper motor. This one works great. It's just the cover's not on it. I can't complain about this car.
See this here? The air cleaner is flipped upside down. This is an old school trick. Back in the day when I was a kid, if you wanted to make it sound like you had a lot of horsepower, you done this trick here. And you opened up the quadrajet and it just sounded like it just is whoa. You could hear the gas and the gauge moving down at the
My
same
pocket
time.
gets thinner every time.
But it is so cool. You just can't beat that sound. We'll put that sound in the video here somewhere, but that's old school air.
Yep, I'm old school. I'm young. Yeah.
So we showed you about the air cleaner being upside down, and this is why you need that upside down. So let's say you're merging onto the interstate, and you got to get going. Let's do this one more time, shall we? Hey, so I'm here with Billy out of Muncie?
Yes.
Muncie, Indiana, and he's got a really nice 76 wagon. Let him tell you about it, where it come from and everything.
Picked it up about 5 or 6 years ago, Hershey, Pennsylvania. It's a second owner car. 63,000 original miles. Drive it a lot. I'm gonna stop driving it, put on miles, you know.
And drive them.
Right. Other than that, got it from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Like I said, a guy was getting ready to sell it. So it just turned out. I've actually had a pretty good chunk of offer on the car, and I don't know if I want to sell it.
So this is another 6-passenger, and you was telling me the numbers. How many you thought they made?
They made 10,090 of these.
76 of the 6-passenger.
And the 8-passenger, they made 39,000. So
this one's a little bit more rare, kind of the holy grail wagons. This is also a square headlight wagon. We'll take you up the front and show you that.
Yeah. I'm guessing.
See you, Billy.
see it.
Taking off the. All right, so shoot this. So this is the square headlight one, pretty rare. We'll pop the hood. Ooh, yeah, nice. Oh, this is real nice.
You got the original.
Oh yeah, that's about as good as it gets. Stock, everything's stock.
The air conditioner works, just needs recharged. I don't drive it that much. I just roll the windows down and go.
Yeah, well you don't really need air with these. You get the
No.
back window.
It's a 400 4-barrel Other than that, cruise works. Everything gets to go. I mean, as far as I've drove it, maybe 5 hours.
But it's easy driving.
Oh yeah, cruise, like it just gets up and go like a brand new vehicle.
Yeah,
And people give you the thumbs up, and they give you the, you go down the road, thumbs up, and gas stations, they'll talk your ear off.
Oh yeah.
They'll-
Yeah. What is this thing? I've never seen one of these.
Yeah, people see that and they're like, what is this? But
Okay. Well, thanks for bringing it.
yep.
Which you can operate from up here too, right?
Yeah, you can operate it from here. The ignition has to be on, and the car has to be in park or neutral for the gate to work. So you have one switch that works the window.
Oh, okay. So this is
And
the
then-
Pontiac, so you got the switch on the left-hand side, right?
Yeah, and then the other one's for the gate.
Jump back here. So everything is closed up.
Now we'll open it from the back side. So one key, and it's a 6-position switch. So first position to the right is open window, left closed window. Second position is gate only. And then if you go all the way to the right, they both open at the same time. And then if you go all the way to the left, they both close at the same time. You can see which one gets there first. About like that.
That is awesome.
The clamshell wagon.
It works pretty good.
Yeah, this one works real good.
In the car. Go on. Get in there. Go. Go. Good boy.
And that's how you put a Great Dane in a station wagon. That's a big doggy.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Bill.
Yeah. Nice to meet you all.
I didn't know the switches for the gainer on the left on the Pontiac.
Yeah.
That's going to wrap it up for the first annual Clamshell Wagon Cruise-In. Take it away, Ted.
Yeah, today we had a pretty good turnout. We had 13 wagons show up, and we had 16 cars in total. We had 5 different states represented: Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, and Wisconsin. And we had people drive in from Chicago, Illinois to Lansing, Michigan, and we had a guy come down from Wisconsin who trailered. We had 1971, 1972, 1974, and 1976 models represented. We didn't have any 72 or 75s, and we had, I didn't have 73. Oh yeah, and 73 too. And we had 3 1971 cars show up for the feature. We had 7 1976 cars, and overall it was a real good turnout. We got talking, and a couple of the guys, they want to do this again next year, so I guess put it on your calendars, and we're going to do it again next year. We'll feature 1972 cars and spread the word, and hopefully we'll get a couple more. And
Well, that's going to wrap it up, and like we always say,
drive them if you got them.